Egnater and in the hissy.
Rock and roll, baby.
That was rock and roll, wasn't it? And you
was.
know what?
I was feeling the rock.
I was feeling it as well. It was great. And this is Guitar Paradiso. Welcome.
And I'm Paul.
And I'm Pete. And you know what? I was just about to say, I'm going to... Hang on. Because what I just did there, I'm just going to quickly say, because it was on 1 watt. That's on a 1 watt. With almost full gain on. So I'll turn that back down. Go back here. Turn it up.
Crazy, and that was loud.
That was great. That was loud, man. That could go even louder than that. 20 watts of pure loudness.
Indeed.
Yes. So, anyway.
Egnater.
Egnater amps.
Yeah, quite a new one to me, I have to say.
Yeah, it's a fairly new one to Andertons as well.
Yeah, although not a new company.
Not a new company.
I was reading up earlier on.
Yeah.
1975.
1975. It's
a long time ago.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Bruce Egnater.
41 years.
Detroit. Michigan.
Oh, Detroit, Michigan.
Set up his own amp repair company and guitar store. And he's still going today. Still based in the same place.
Yeah.
And the amps that we're looking at today, 2008, the original Rebel, I believe, came out.
Yeah.
He's very famous for all the tweaker amps as well, where you can tweak all the different settings and really customize them. These amps have a bunch of those different things on as well.
Yeah.
So I'm playing through the Rebel 30, and these are the Rebel 30 Mark II. So 2008, the original Rebel amps came out.
Yeah.
And then these ones have come out now as well.
Yeah, and they've sort of upgraded a few bits and pieces. So we got the 30-watt combo, and they got the 20-watt head and a 1x12 cab with a 80-watt Celestian elite speaker in it. Yeah, exactly. So you got that was the head that kind of came out first, wasn't it, with a little lunchbox head, and that came out in 2008 as well.
2008. Yeah.
So that's quite a long time ago. That's quite a long time before I think a lot of people started that whole
absolutely
head, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean the other thing he seems to have really got behind is the being able to mix and match power tubes.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've got the 6v6s there and EL84s, and you can actually blend between the two of those as well. So it's a very, very kind of different, certainly a different sound, but also a very different feel as well.
Oh, very different feel.
EL84s seem to just give a bit more. There's a bit more dynamic attack there, a bit more responsive.
Yeah.
6v6 is maybe a bit slightly more modern sound, I would say.
Yeah. That's a sort of a tube you would use in like a Princeton amp or something, isn't it? Like a bluesy type thing. So you get that sort of roundness as well with it, which I like that. And that's it's a tube mix knob. So you can literally mix from the 6v6 over to the EL84s and then get somewhere in between that you really like. And it's really cool. It's got this little it's got a little click as you go around, And then you've got a watt. What is like an attenuator, but a wattage. Like the posh people say, what is it actually called? I'm just going to look up there. So it's called a tube blend, and it's got a, what is that called?
Variable wattage.
A variable wattage.
Variable wattage.
Yeah.
From 1 watt right up to 30 watts on my amp.
And to 20
and I'm getting 20.
I'm a little bit less. I'm a little bit less.
Always a bit less.
Always a bit less.
Always a bit less.
That much less.
I mean, new things that they've added to that as well. So there's a new gain, the high gain stage in there as well. So more gain than the original Rebel amplifier. New transformers in there as well, and a new circuit board. So they've beefed up all the solder.
Yeah. So they solder them all the way through and all that stuff. Yeah. And then when you look inside the amp, as you mentioned earlier, it's like looking on a, if you look at a Ferrari or Porsche or something, you got these red Brembo brakes on it like that, and you look in and go, ooh, that must be good brakes.
Red.
It's got red
transformers.
Red is better. Red is louder. That's what they say, isn't it?
Red is faster.
Red is faster.
I believe you were saying last time.
I said it last time, didn't I?
Did, yes.
Yes. And somebody said no, it's not. But that's not. Maybe it's not.
And then there was lots of comments saying that you were wrong.
But maybe it's not. Maybe.
And he's at it again.
But I'm at it again. But why don't we? Whoever's got a red Ferrari and a black Ferrari, let's bring them in. Just send me a message on the Facebook page, and we'll have a race. I drive one, and you drive the other one. Come on, let's do it. I challenge you to a duel, good sir. Ferrari duel. And then if you have a Lamborghini in each color as well, 2 different colors, a red one has to be a red one, then we'll do that as well. I'm down with that. Should we do it?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Now anyway, let's move on. So,
so Egnater amps. I'm in the 30 watt here. So
let's have some tones.
What I was just going to do first of all, which I think is probably the most sort of striking feature, is exactly what you said before. So using that gain sound, if I have all 6v6s.
So there's an effects loop in both of these. The 30 has got a reverb, and you've got an MXR carbon copy delay in there as well.
And I have the 2 reverb controls are actually on the back of the amplifier as well, and I've got a separate one for clean. And
really? That's cool.
As well.
All right, I didn't notice that. That's lovely. So you can, and has it got a foot switch as well, where you can do channel switching and reverb and all that stuff?
Yeah, channel switching and reverb switching as well.
Yeah.
However, 6v6s.
Yeah.
I've now moved.
Okay.
The knob over to the EL84, so you should hear its sound. It feels certainly a bit more responsive and a bit more punchy, I would say.
That's good, isn't it? And you're playing the Captain's Squier with the built-in sort of boost Clapton feature.
I ain't using no boost though.
I use no boost. Okay, no, it's fine, just as it is. But it's a good one with Simon Duncan pickups in it.
So 6v6s, that was the AL84s, but I can, like you said, mix those together. And I think that's probably in the sort of midway is probably where it feels best to me. So a similar kind of playing style. So there you have the kind of the best of both worlds, I would say.
That's nice. But does it do clean sounds?
It does.
Can we hear some?
But not on my shift. It does by pressing this button here.
Oh.
I am now over to the clean sound. So we also have, with the updated amp, more clean headroom as well. So on
it's plenty loud though.
On this, I think I have that on about 15 watts. And the clean sound, just to get the extra headroom there, I've got that up to 30 watts.
Broken up, isn't it?
It's nice though.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Feels great. And then obviously that is in mixing the two power amp stages there as well.
Yeah.
Because mixing the two power amp stages, there's only one control for that. You don't have separate control for that for your clean and sound, which makes perfect sense.
But then you have it balanced out if you want to do recording straight into an interface, and you've got a silent button. So if you want to do silent recording as well, So you get those features instead.
Yeah, get your full tube sound at 1 watt. Or no watts.
No watts.
Or 30 watts. Yeah. If you have a 30.
What do you like? I don't know. I just like it loud. My ears are bleeding a little bit. Like that. Anyway, so moving on to the 20. So the 20 doesn't have all the same features because I believe you've got another couple of features on yours, which is the two little knobs there on the top. We'll get you a little swoop over on the top. What are they?
The two little knobs on the top.
Yeah.
Well, I have the tube mix there, so that is.
Oh, is that the same ones? I've just got bigger knobs than you then. Finally,
you've been leading up to that all through the video, haven't you?
Maybe I have.
So I have the I have the two. I have the that is the two controls for me.
Okay, all right. So anyway, so what I've got here, I've got on the front of mine, I've got tube mix, watts, master, treble, middle, bass, gain, and then I've got 3 little switches over here.
I have all of those too.
You've got all of those too.
I actually have all of those twice. I have 2 trebles and
My dad is
two
stronger
trebles.
than your dad. My dad has got a big pipe. He's going to sit and smoke it in his living room. What does your dad have?
2 trebles and 2 bass.
Eat one for each channel, of course. I only have the one channel. So we've got a bright and a tight, and then they've got a little switch between classic and high gain mode. HG must be high gain, I would assume. So I'm going to just put it all the way on 20 watts. I'm going to put 6v6s, gain on 12, master up a little bit. Yeah. In the Strat.
Just before you start that, the high gain mode is that will switch you between how the original Rebel 20 used to sound and how the new upgraded. So
the high gain is the new version.
That is the upgrade. So if you really like the old model, you can make it sound the same.
Oh, fantastic! That's great. So anyway, stand by 6v6s. I've got in the loop. I've got a T-Rex Screamer and a T-Rex Replica delay. So, and this is what this Strat sounds. That needs to, That's what happens to old guitars. That was nice. It's not really, it's not really clean. So I'm going to try to take the gain down and then put the master up a bit. So it was kind of breaking up a little bit. So I'm going to try to do something similar like that. So. just to get a little bit more headroom. Playing jazz all the time. It's just annoying.
You do it so well.
Let's turn this reverb down a bit and then see if we can do some funky stuff instead. Nice.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. So let me turn it down over to the EL84s. Halfway. See what happens. Nice. EL84s all the way. Nice. I like the EL84s better.
Yeah, the EL40s definitely have that. What I was saying before, that punch. It's making me blink a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas the 6v6s seem to be rounding off.
Yeah.
Off a bit of that.
It does. Yeah. Exactly. So let's just do.
It's like when your drummer hits a snare drum. It makes
Every time. Right. So I'm just going middle watts. So what would that be? 20, middle 15, or 10 watts. It doesn't say. Probably they're round about that, isn't it? Kicking a bit of delay. Nice. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly try because there's got this little tight switch here, so I'm just going to see what that does to the funkiness if it tightens it up. I think so. It must be. It's on when it's down. I can imagine. No, it's on when it's up.
It's an American thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So So
went down when we're on.
I went down because there's a bright switch and that does this. So with it down. With it up. That made us both go. That funny face. Ooh, that was very bright. So that's okay. Cool. I'll put that down definitely. I'll put the tight up, and now I'm gonna go high gain mode. All right. Let's see what happens. Much louder.
Yeah.
Much louder, isn't it?
Yeah.
Master down, gain up. We want that. We want to take the wattage down. 84's up a bit. Gain up. Master down. Oh, this is going to be loud. That's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
No reverb. It's just this.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Anyway, it's great.
Sounds great.
little jam there. That was nice, wasn't it?
An impromptu.
I like it.
An impromptu little jam. Yeah, right.
Well,
so, maybe. So the humbuckers on the guitar now. So
Yeah.
what I was really surprised when we first did this before is just how much gain
it
is
gives
in there.
in the amp, yeah.
So if I was to switch, I mean, I was on half gain for everything that I did before. So if I go for a full-on metal assault, as far as the gain's concerned, anyway.
Yeah. You know what I want to do now?
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot of gain.
And at that volume.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, can you set this the same as that? And then play the same as you just did? Because I can't play that. I can't play that quick.
2 moments.
Let's plug you into this one, because we set the, what happened there was that we just set the amps the same, just to see if we can get a similar kind of gain thing out of the 20 as the 30 combo. Let's see. So I'm going to switch you on and play. I'll put the reverb on, the delay on as well. Go on.
That's an insane amount of gain for that kind of volume.
It's still very loud. It is will be spilling my coffee in my face then. It's still very loud for a little 20 watt amp, so that's great. But definitely it reacts much, you know, as if you watched these videos before, you know I'm kind of like clean amps. And these are definitely, and then I put pedals on top of it, so I get a really good bass clean tone, and I'll put some pedals on top of that.
Yeah, I mean traditionally,
but these can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, gain. It's always a lot of the time. It's in the past. It's been gain from a preamp stage for me. You know,
Yeah,
so it's actually
you got
surprising.
a Soldano in Snakeskin. That's why from the 80s, 90s.
90s.
Sorry,
not quite from the 80s.
old.
I'm not that old. I'm pretty close.
But you've got a Snakeskin Soldano amp.
I do, and the spandex.
You got the spandex.
I don't have the spandex.
You need to get one of these.
I'm
Egnater
really
amps
sorry
then.
that image. Hopefully that image is not.
No,
in your
no,
head.
it's locked in. It's locked in out there now. People are going to be thinking about that when they're drinking their tea.
I'm sure somebody has some photographs.
Next to.
somewhere.
Ooh.
No, I never did. I never.
Andertons Facebook page, please. We want pictures of Paul in spandex. I can imagine you probably had long hair as well.
Oh, I had
and
very long hair.
you had probably had like a cape or something, or like a long jacket, and you had some wind blowing in your face, and you were your Soldano.
Actually, no, I had the long hair.
You'd had long hair. We all
but
did,
actually,
didn't we?
In fact, I used to wear pretty much the same clothes I have today. In fact, this Bob Marley t-shirt is nearly as old as me.
Really?
I used to wear this in a heavy metal band in the early
So
90s.
it's 72
so I was
years
already
old.
rebelling against the metal.
Oh, but then you still play
But
it.
also enjoying it.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's great. It's great. It's great. Great. So anyway, Egnater Rebel amps, and they can definitely do lots of different things, can't they?
Yeah.
So lots of different tones, lots of different sounds. You know, you got your effects loop, you got your stuff for recording. You can play at home with a 1 wattage variable switch. You've got high gain, low gain types. You know, the fact that you can switch between 2 tubes. You've got 4 power tubes in this. It's quite in a little head like this.
And that's real-time mixing. A lot of amps will switch between different tubes. They'll actually not actually mixing and blending them together.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of it is you would have 6v6s or you have AL84s.
Yeah, or but maybe not
blend-
have them in the same amp. You might have to actually physically take the tubes out and put some other ones in, and then flick a switch. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think even most of the amps I've seen there where you can switch between them inside the amp already.
Yeah.
A lot of it's not actually mixing between the two with an actual control where you can blend between.
Yeah,
the two as
exactly.
well.
It's all switching, isn't it? Like, what's the Road King, the big boogie Road King, where they got like 800 tubes in there.
Relays will switch out the different tubes, the different tubes in that. Yeah.
But this is kind of a to one side.
It is, yeah.
Really clever. Well done.
Sexy red transformer as well.
Yeah, but that's the everybody needs that. Everybody needs a sexy red transformer. I can imagine you looks a bit like him in a red spandex, standing behind like a metal fence with his guitar and his long hair going like this in slow motion. That's when you look inside these amps. That's just like Paul standing behind probably a chicken wire net somewhere feeding chickens. That's probably what it is. Anyway, too much information.
Yeah.
I think we've played enough. We've talked enough.
Yep.
As always. And this was Guitar Paradiso on Andertons TV. And these are the Egnater Rebel 20 head and cab and a 30 combo.
Yeah.
And my name is Pete.
And I'm Paul.
And we'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.